Lucha Underground from this past week, we learned that Ultima Lucha Dos is only 4 weeks away, so that means the season is almost over, which makes me very sad. Black Lotus is starting to suspect that Dario Cueto may be lying to her about who killed her parents. And Dario says, look, if you can't trust me, who can you trust? And he tells her that at Ultima Lucha she will have a match against Dragon Azteca Jr. We had Marty the Moth and Killshot in a match that ended very quickly by countout. Killshot briefly got his dog tags back. Marty attacked him, stole them again. So I would guess this is going to end probably at Ultima Lucha. Maybe they'll have a dog collar match. See what I did there? Mr. Cisco is in a prison jumpsuit being interrogated by his former partner Cortez Castro and Joey Ryan. This comes after Cisco caught them rummaging through Dario Cueto's office last week. He threatened to tell Dario, so they had to blow their cover and arrest him. The captain walks in. She wants Cisco to wear a wire because she thinks it's more than just drug trafficking and murder that Dario is guilty of. She thinks he is the linchpin to the end of days. And I can't say that without thinking of Schwarzenegger on SmackDown promoting his movie. The end of days, the end of days. I still remember that promo. We had Jack Evans and PJ Black against Drago and Aerostar in a nunchucks match. They had nunchucks hanging from 4 different parts of the temple. This was a pretty wild match. They brawled all over the place, in the stands. At one point I had to go back and listen to this because I had to make sure I wasn't hearing things. So the heels are in the ring, right? Evans and Black are in the ring. They're about to go outside. So they probably just knocked the baby faces out of the ring. They're in the ring, and they do like a quick air guitar riff. And they actually piped in an actual guitar riff. So I'm not nuts. That's what they did here. And it was hilariously cheesy. So Drago and Aerostar, they won. After Drago did his Dragon's Tail rolling cradle, he got the pin on Jack Evans after spitting mist in his face. So Jack the Dragon Slayer, we have Drago getting his revenge on him. Main event was a 12-person tag, 6-on-6. Son of Havoc, Sexy Star, Rey Mysterio Jr., Prince Puma, The Mac, and Tejano against Phoenix, King Cuerno, Ivelisse, Chavo Guerrero, Taya, and Johnny Mundo. Members of the winning team will wrestle each other next week, and the winner of that will get the title match against Matanza at Ultima Lucha. So before the match, Chavo comes out. He's about to get in the ring, and we see Pentagon Jr. in his motorized... I always laugh. Just the sight of Pentagon in his makeup and mask and everything wheeling himself to the ring is just comical to me. So he wheels himself out. He reveals that he's actually much better now. He stands up out of the wheelchair and broke Chavo's arm to take his spot in the match. As if I needed any more of a reason to love Pentagon Jr. He just gave me another one. So this was all action, as you might imagine, with 12 people out there. King Cuerno, I have to say this about King Cuerno. King Cuerno has to have the best tope, or dive through the ropes, call it whatever you want, in all of wrestling. He just comes at you like a missile. 619 by Rey Mysterio to Johnny Mundo. Prince Puma goes up top of the 630. Mundo knocks Rey into the ropes. And so Puma is accidentally crotched. I was going to say crouched. That doesn't make sense. He was crotched by Mysterio. So then Mundo hits the Spanish Fly. He pins Prince Puma to win the match for his team. So they get the win. Clearly what they're doing here is they're setting up a singles match between Rey and Puma at Ultima Lucha. So the show ended with Katrina in King Cuerno's, I guess his cabin, I guess it looked like. And she brought Mil Muertes back to life once again. This guy's got more lives than Michael Myers. So Mil Muertes is back. So Ultima Lucha's coming together pretty clearly to me. I would guess Pentagon's going to win the 6-way next week. He'll probably get the title shot against Matanza, and he can avenge his broken back. You throw in Rey and Puma, which I think could be a hell of a match. King Cuerno and Mil Muertes. Probably Killshot and Marty the Moth, and then Black Lotus against Dragon Azteca. So I think that's a pretty full card right there. Now, if they do what they did last season, which is break it up into 2 episodes, I think they'll probably have to add 2 or 3 matches. Get Cage in there. Maybe they'll have a trios title defense, and you'll have a pretty stacked card. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the 6-man next week. Or I should say 6-person. 6-person, since there are some vaginas in there, so I have to make sure I don't misspeak. Actually, there may only be 1 vagina. I think it's Taya, right? No, Taya and Ivelisse. I think they're on the same team, so that's 2 vaginas. And 2 vaginas is always better than 1. Anyway, mailbag.